Joining us now exclusively, Adobe CEO Shantanu Narayen. Shantanu, you're not rolling this out to make dragons outside convenience stores in Photoshop. This is more about, erasing things out of image, doing simpler fills, more basic things that Photoshop can do using AI to speed up the process for artists as you start to roll this into your core products, right?
Well, John, as you said, it really is a watershed moment for, I think, the future of Creative Cloud. We've had this vision of unleashing creativity for all. And a lot of conversation has happened about generative AI and how generative AI can accelerate the creative process. But that's not adequate. And what you really need is a product like Photoshop, where you can integrate generative AI into what you're trying to edit. And so when we showed what we have done with integration into Photoshop with Firefly, I mean, people's jaws just drop because it now finally is that co-pilot, the creative co-pilot that allows somebody who's creative to verbalize what they want to do, bring it into Photoshop, and then Photoshop does its magic as it relates to precision. So I think it's a watershed moment for us, and it's just really exciting to see how we're accelerating innovation in this exciting new space.
So, Shantanu, we always try to look out for investors as well, and so let's talk about potential financial impacts of this. Do you expect this to grow the number of users who can get financial benefit out of a Creative Cloud subscription? So do you expect more market opportunity for Creative Cloud out of this primarily, or is this mainly going to make existing subscribers more productive, lower churn, and increase margins that way?
The two words that I think of, John, when I think about what the potential of generative AI is within our applications is both accelerant, which is what you referred to, making the current creative professional so much more productive. And therefore, if they're more productive, they can take on more tasks and therefore make more money. But I also think of it as being accessible. And that, I think, is the holy grail. I mean, for us, making our products more accessible because everybody has this story to tell, we think there are 1 billion people who wish to express themselves. And what we have done with Firefly, what we are doing with Express, the partnerships that we've announced with companies like Google, really is going to bring creativity to all. And so I do think it's both accessible, but it's also accelerant.
Now, lay out for me what Adobe is doing with AI, because there's more to it than generative, right? We've talked in the past about Adobe Sensei. People who are using Adobe Premiere know that you can auto-generate transcripts and captioning. You rolled that out, I think, about a year ago. It's enormously useful for people who work with video a lot, as I personally know. But what are the buckets that you put this AI R&D into, and how are you thinking about how they're going to add value in terms of revenue to the suite going forward?
It's a great question, John. And as you point out, we have been investing in Adobe Sensei, which allows you to do so much magic. I mean, things like when you are in a video production process, as you mentioned, and you've edited one frame and you want that editing of the one frame to then extend into the entire video. Our artificial intelligence technology, Adobe Sensei, allows you to make that happen across every single frame without you having to manually do it, saving you hours in the process. As it relates to generative AI specifically, I would say there are 3 layers to that, John. I mean, there's the data layer, and Adobe is so differentiated in that we have so much data. And we've also taken a very differentiated approach in terms of training our models with data that we have commercial license for. The second layer to generative AI is about these foundation models. And there are very few companies on the planet, Adobe is certainly one of them, that can invest in a foundational model for imaging. And so we've done that. You can expect to see us do the same for vector and animation and 3D and video. And then there's the interface layer, which is how are people going to then access it, and how does that magic become usable for folks? So when we think about AI, and specifically generative AI, I think it's the combination that Adobe has the data, We have the models, and we've invested in these core foundation models. And then the surfaces that people can use, the interfaces, whether that's Illustrator or Photoshop or Premiere, that's where the magic comes to life for a customer. And the generative AI is specifically called Firefly. All the umbrella technology that we've developed is called Adobe Sensei.